Welcome to part 2 of the Matrix series. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how the manifestation matrix is actively destroying your chances of becoming wealthy, forcing your brain to passively surrender to illusions, and, more importantly, exactly how to engineer your transformation from a helpless manifestor into a high-leverage creator. The hidden operational blueprints the architects of the attention economy hoped you would never decode. But I need to give you a warning. If you can stay focused on this video, sit with the discomfort, and let the real, raw pain of your past mistakes sink in, you will have already passed the first step of the protocol. Most people will click away to find another comfort zone lie. Let's see which category you fall into. If you are currently sitting in your room, closing your eyes, and trying to vibrate at the frequency of a millionaire, I have a chilling medical diagnosis for you. You have been infected by the manifestation matrix. The internet is flooded with gurus telling you that you don't need to sweat. They tell you that hard work is low vibe. They tell you to just visualize, repeat affirmations, and let the universe deliver your dream car. Let's look at the data. Why is the manifestation matrix so highly addictive? It comes down to neurochemical counterfeiting. In a healthy brain, dopamine is a molecule of pursuit. It is designed to secrete when you exert effort toward a difficult goal. The effort comes first, the friction comes second, and the dopamine reward comes after you achieve the breakthrough. This is the biological engine of the producer class. But your brain is a prediction machine that hates energy expenditure. It cannot perfectly distinguish between a vividly imagined reality and actual reality. And when you practice visualizing, for a while, it feels incredible. But you can be a creator. So, stay locked in, because in exactly 3 minutes, I am going to give you a 5-step operational protocol to completely destroy this illusion and reset your neural pathways. But first, you must look at the cold, hard neurobiology of what is actually happening inside your skull. You are inducing a functional hallucination. Your brain is a predictive processing engine that burns a massive amount of glucose to survive. To save energy, when you sit in a dark room visualizing your bank account hitting 6 figures, your ventral tegmental area fires up, flooding your nucleus accumbens with a massive wave of synthetic dopamine. You are tricking your reward system into releasing the neurochemicals of achievement without paying the biological tax of action. You feel like you're winning without ever leaving your bed. But this creates a catastrophic neurological feedback loop. Because your brain thinks it has already won the game, it initiates a process called synaptic downregulation. Your prefrontal cortex, the seat of human discipline, logic, and long-term planning, literally begins to starve. Its neural density shrinks in function because you have starved it of glucose. Why would your brain burn energy to build a real AI business or execute a high-leverage skill when you have hijacked your neural pathways to get the exact same chemical high just by wishing for it? You have turned your mind into a closed-loop addiction machine. The manifestation matrix doesn't make you a creator, it makes you a consumer of your own illusions. It turns you into a dopamine addict sitting in a burning house, smiling because you're visualizing a mansion. But here is the structural flaw of the manifestation matrix. It has zero defense against a timeline. You can spend a lifetime wishing for a beautiful home, and because there is no expiration date, your brain can comfortably stay inside this dopamine-fueled hallucination forever. But what happens when you are trying to manifest a specific job offer? A university acceptance? A capital allocation deadline? Those events have hard, unforgiving deadlines. And when the clock strikes midnight on that deadline, and your visualization fails to alter the physical laws of reality, the illusion violently shatters. The resulting dopamine crash is mathematically brutal. Your dopamine drops far below your baseline, sending an immediate distress signal straight to your amygdala, the brain's primitive alarm system. Suddenly, your amygdala floods your nervous system with cortisol and adrenaline. You are plunged into a state of visceral panic, severe depression, and existential paralysis. You aren't just broke, you are neurologically broken. You enter a state of severe trauma because you realize you traded real-world leverage for a cheap, self-induced chemical delusion. To break this loop, we must return to fundamental philosophy and physics. The physical universe operates on the law of material resistance. This world is dense, heavy, and indifferent to your thoughts. It does not respond to emotion. It responds to force. The architects of the matrix want you passive, A population that sits and wishes is a population that never builds competing infrastructure. They want you in consumer mode, spending your days buying manifestation journals, packages, and crystals, while they spend their days coding AI algorithms, buying real estate, selling their packages and products to you, and securing monopolies. True wealth is not manifested. It is created. Creation is the violent imposition of your will onto raw material. It is taking chaotic data and turning it into a structured software system. It is taking unrefined hours and forcing them into a disciplined workflow. And creation has a non-negotiable variable that the internet hates: time. Think about the shortest, most fundamental act of biological creation in human history: giving birth. A mother cannot manifest a child into existence in 3 weeks by vibrating at a higher frequency. It takes exactly 9 months of labor, systemic changes, physical pain, and unwavering patience. It is an unalterable law of biology. The exact same biological timeline math applies to building your financial empire. If creating a single human life requires months of biological labor and pain, why do you think creating a multi-million-dollar financial infrastructure can be done by writing your wishes on a piece of paper 3 times a day? Every meaningful creation requires a gestation period. You must learn to work hard, remain consistent, and hold your breath underwater for a very long time before you see the surface. So, how do we exit the simulation and enter the success zone? We replace the manifestation matrix with a creation infrastructure. Stop visualizing outcomes. Start engineering processes. Here is your 5-step operational directive. Step 1. Confront the pain protocol. Before you build, you must tear down the lie. You need to sit face to face with the most painful truth the matrix tries to hide. Pure manifestation will not work. Accept that slap in the face right now. Embrace the friction. Because here is the inverse law of reality. While passive wishing fails 100% of the time, hard, consistent work always works. Not overnight, but mathematically and eventually. Step 2. Pivot your dopamine delivery. You must break your neural addiction to passive, cheap digital highs. Your brain wants a reward for doing nothing. Cut it off. Replace passive visualization with active dopamine release. If you need a chemical jumpstart, grab a cup of coffee, go for a run, or blast music and move. Force your body into physical motion to trigger an active neural spike rather than a passive mental decay. Step 3. Kill the mirage. Stop watching videos of people telling you to attract wealth. Every time you catch your mind slipping into a passive fantasy about success, recognize it as an amygdala trap designed to keep your cognitive load low. Snap out of it. Force your focus back to the immediate, physical task in front of you. Step 4. Track your inputs, not your desires. The matrix tracks wishes. Architects track data. You don't need a vision board. You need an input log. If your goal is a $10,000 per month business, your daily metrics shouldn't be how rich do I feel. Your metrics must be, how many cold emails did I deploy? How many lines of code did I test? How many pieces of content did I produce? You cannot optimize what you do not measure. Step 5. Build the gestation buffer. Accept the timeline. When you start a new high-leverage business or learn an AI skill, write down a gestation date exactly 6 months into the future. Promise your brain right now that you will not look up for air, check your profits, or demand a reward until that timer hits 0. You are entering the 9 months of labor. Expect the pain. Welcome the friction. By shifting your identity from a manifestor to a creator, you terraform your environment. You stop waiting for the universe to hand you a house, and you start laying the bricks yourself. The deadlines of your life are approaching. Your bills, your age, your potential. None of them cares about your affirmations. They care about your production. If you are ready to stop wishing and start building, we need to upgrade your system. Over the next few weeks, we are going to deconstruct the more specific biological matrices that are holding your net worth hostage. Comment the word architect below, and my system will automatically drop the exact Silicon Strategist execution prompts to keep your brain out of the visualization trap and locked into active production. And if your dopamine baseline is so fried from years of cheap digital highs that you can't even focus for 30 minutes of hard work, click the link in the description or comment reset to grab my 7-day dopamine reset checklist. To understand the first biological matrix of 2026 and clear the neural wreckage before you build this new foundation, click the video or find the link in the description. Secure your foundation now, because more hidden matrices are dropping over the next few weeks. The matrix wants you to close your eyes and wish. The architect commands you to open them and execute. And remember, manifestation only works for hardworking creators. Stop being the product. Start being the producer. I'll see you in the next 1%.